Greetings. I am Dr. Shenetha Ramsey, owner of Gifted to Inspire LLC. Today is Wednesday, July 6, 2022. I hope you're having a great night. Yes, it is tonight where I am right now. I hope you had a great day. Today I have another special topic for you. Today's topic is be fearless. Yes, be fearless. Do not allow fear to overtake you. Do not allow fear to overtake you. And I say that because fear. I don't know who came up with this acronym. I'm just gonna repeat it. I didn't make this now, but before I say it, I'm gonna tell you I didn't make this. I always heard this before. Fear is false evidence appearing real. I didn't make this up now. I'm just telling you what I was, and I say, I think about that. I say, what that could be true, possibly, because when you think about fear, it's not truth. Because when you think about what the Word of God says, He did not give us the spirit of fear, okay? But He gave us a power, sound mind. So keep that in mind. Remember what I just said. We cannot live in fear. If you're living in fear, you're not doing what's pleasing to God. God gave us a spirit of fearless. We should not be fearful. Okay? Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't be fearful of God. Of course we should fear God. But at the same time, we should not let things overtake us by hindering us and making us think we have to settle for something. Don't do that. Do not do that to yourself, because when you do that to yourself, you are doubting what the Most High can do for you, and you also limiting yourself. So do not do that. Okay, I'm telling you the truth. Don't do that. I'm giving an example. You may be fearful of taking a class. You may be fearful of doing something that you never thought you would do. You may be fearful of launching your business. You may be fearful of a new relationship. Whatever the situation may be, do not put yourself in a predicament where you have to settle and say, what if, what if? If you saying what if, you down what God can do right there. Don't say if. So if you know you have discussed it with the Lord, or you have in your heart to do something, you know you have the faith to do it, and you know you want to do it, what's stopping you? Remember, I asked this question a few months ago, and maybe last year, whenever I asked this question. What is holding you back? Remember what I just said. We cannot live in fear. And like someone said, with the acronym they came up with, false evidence appearing real. Okay, that could be what it is. Because you think about fear, fear can cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. It can cause anxiety, it can cause anxiety attacks, it can cause you to think that you're about to lose your mind and nothing is going on. So just keep in mind that is of the enemy. That's the trick of the enemy, to make you think that you cannot move forward in your career. That's the trick of the enemy, making you think that you cannot move forward in anything in this life. So you give it to God, and if He said you can do it, you do it. And if He said you have to do it, then you shall do it. You must do it. Okay? Regardless what nobody tell you, when you know you have heard the voice of the Most High to tell you to do something, you better do it. Because if you don't do it, that's considered disobedience. And not just that, you're going to delay yourself of a blessing. I'm just going to tell you, God want to bless everybody. Don't get me wrong. I said my last previous presentation. Proverbs 10:22. He is the blesser, and He wants each and every one to be blessed. Don't think He don't want us to be blessed. Yes, He does. But at the same time, we have to walk. We have to walk in not being fear. We have to be courageous. We got to have the confidence, and not just in ourselves, but for sure in the Most High. Because if you have the confidence in the Most High, you're going to have the confidence in yourself. Because guess what? He said in this world, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. So we have to remember that what He said in His Word. I didn't say it, the Word said it. And what the Word says, it stands on its own. It stands alone. It don't need no help. All it needs to do is just to repeat it and share with others what it says. So keep that in mind. Remember what I just said. Do not settle for nothing. Do not live in fear. Do not put yourself in that situation, because that's a form of bondage. That's putting yourself in a situation where you shouldn't even put yourself in the first place. Don't think that fear cannot take you out. Fear can take you out. It's stressful. That's a stressful situation. And that is really and truly, that is not of God. And the Lord, and when I tell you that the Most High love each and every one of us, I can't say it enough. He wants each and every one of us to be successful and be our best in all we do. We have to just let others know that they're not alone. Let people know your testimony. Let people know what you may have been through or gone through. Just give them some encouragement. People need to hear this. They need to hear the truth. The truth is the truth. And I mean, like I said before, God will not lie. Look in the book of Numbers. He will not lie. But His word is true. Remember what I just said. We cannot live in fear. Now, I'm not going to say that you may have a little fear. What I mean by that is a little. I'm not gonna say that word at times. I'm not telling you to worry about anything. But I'm saying it's not that you won't be conscious. Not gonna be conscious of stuff. You may say, what if, whatever. But I'm saying this here. Don't dwell on that too much. If something comes to your mind and say, maybe I need to think about it. Well, think about it. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with taking time to think out things or sort things out. But at the same time, when they get to the point where it's making you fearful, it's causing you to have anxiety, and it's causing you to have other problems, and it's causing you to knock everything out that you ever worked for. It's causing you to doubt everything that God has put in front of you to do, and you didn't do it. That's the problem. Don't do that. Do not put yourself in that predicament. And I'm telling you the truth, that is a bad situation. To know for yourself that you have been told or you have the unction to do something that within yourself to do it, you don't do it, and you don't do it, and you say, I do it tomorrow, I do it next year, I do it whenever. Remember, do not put off a day for tomorrow, because you don't know what the next day may hold. I'm not saying it's a bad thing the next day. I'm saying you may have some other obligations to tend to. Don't put off things when you know you have something to do. If it's on your heart, it's on your mind, it's there for a reason. So keep that in mind. Because each day is different. What I mean by that, you may have to do some more things the next day. Not that it's a bad thing to do, but you may have other tasks you have to take care of. Each day is different. Each day is a gift from God. Don't get me wrong, it's a blessing. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you may have to do more than what you expect to do some days. You may have to do more things that you expect to do. You never know. But all I'm saying this here to make a long story short, to get to the point I'm trying to say is this here: do not live in fear, because you never know where that may take you. What you are working for or working towards, or what you think you may not be able to do it. Don't think that you can't do it. Put it into action. Put your faith into action. Put your faith into work. Make it work. Make it work. I'm telling you. And I'm going to tell you this too before I close. Sometimes you may not have nobody in your corner but you. Nobody but you and the Most High. I'm just going to be honest with you. It may not be nobody but you and the Most High. To understand what you need to be doing. Nobody may not understand what you're doing. And it's okay. But it's okay. But guess what? He knows, because He gave it to you. And when I'm trying to tell you this here, He give you something, you work with it best way you can. That's the best thing to do. And don't doubt yourself. And don't doubt what He can do for you either, because guess what? When He give you something, you do your best with it. Don't sit on your gifts. Don't sit on what you have been given. Do not doubt yourself, and do not doubt what the outcome may be. Especially if you got a good motive in mind. Like I said before, don't focus on the money. Don't focus on whatever it is. Focus on the service. Now, I speak for myself. Everybody I believe is different. But like I said before, you focus on the outcome. The end result. Because guess what? Many people need to hear this now. They need help today. Right now. And like I said before, you do the work, you're gonna be successful, regardless. You're gonna be successful. Don't focus on the other part. You focus on what you providing and how it's gonna make the next person Not forget what you done for them, and don't forget that what you doing, nobody can do it like you do. So keep that in mind. Don't focus on other stuff. You focus on what you have to do. Be fearless. Be fearless. And I said before, do not let fear overtake you. Remember, I told you that. Do not let fear overtake you. Because guess what? That's exactly what the enemy wants you to think, that you cannot do it. Do your best, and you keep right on going. And guess what? Sometimes it may be hard. And what I mean by that is, it may be some things that may cause you to feel like, you know what, I can't. I'm going to ask you this question again. What is holding you back? And how bad do you want it? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Those are two questions I'm asking you tonight. Two questions I just asked you. What is holding you back? And how bad do you want it? Alright? Remember what I asked you. That's to help you to reevaluate yourself and think about what you should be doing, what you have to do. And don't think what you're doing is a waste of time. If you know you want to start your business and go ahead and go for it. If you know you want to start a new career, go for it. I'm going to say this here and I'm going to close. Life is too short to sit around on what you have been given. Life is too short to say, oh, I should, did, could, did, and guess what? I'm just going to tell you the truth. Why not? Why not do what you like to do? Why not do what you enjoy doing? Why not do what you have been told to do? And why not do what you have been called to do? Don't let stuff get you down. Do not live in fear. Do not do that to yourself at all. That's self-sabotaging. Do not do that to yourself. Do not. Remember what I told you. All right. All right. But thank you for tuning in with me tonight. With Dr. Shenetha Ramsey, owner of Gifted to Inspire LLC. Best topic tonight was be fearless. I hope this has encouraged you. I hope this has given you more courage. I hope it has inspired you to move forward in what you have in mind and what you have been given instructions to do. Don't think you're by yourself. If you need support, I'm here. I'm a certified evidence-based coach, certified life coach. I have other titles as well, but that's okay. I'm here. That's all that matters. I am here to support you. Anything that matters to you, bring it to me. I'll be glad to support you. If I can, I will. And what I mean by that is, not that I can't, but if it's not in my scope, I refer you to someone that can in the area. I'm just going to be honest with you, upfront with you. Because I'm going to tell you this here, I'm not going to mislead nobody, but I tell you this here. If I know I can, I will. Okay? Email me at gifted2inspirelc@yahoo.com or go to my website to schedule your consultation or your session with me. Gifted2inspirelc.com so I help you uncover your greatness because greatness awaits you. Thank you for tuning in with me tonight. For those who are new joining me tonight, thank you. I appreciate your time. And for those who have been joining me all this time, following me all this time, I thank you again as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time. Have a great rest of your night.